So we have Alzheimer's. I'm Dalton.
Landon.
Raelyn.
This is Baleigh.
What is Alzheimer's? Alzheimer's is a type of dementia that causes problems with memory and thinking and behavior.
Alright, so there's the APO gene has been said to be linked to Alzheimer's, but they're not really sure if it's genetic or not genetic. But if it was genetic, it'd be the autosomal dominant inheritance. Alright, so you can see right here that if it's dominant, then this one would be like big A, little a, and then little a, that they can still have all offspring that doesn't have it. And the APOE gene is in the 19th chromosome, and that's where it's affected.
Some of the symptoms for Alzheimer's is changes in sleep, disorientation, short-term memory, and rapid, unpredictable mood swings.
These are Punnett squares. This person carries Alzheimer's, and a person who's unaffected by Alzheimer's, or who is affected by Alzheimer's and carries it, and then two people affected, and then two carriers. Nobody really knows if it's hereditary or not, but you have a higher risk if the disorder is in your family.
I think the 23andMe should be able to tell people this information just so people have kind of like a broad, like they know that they have the possibility of having a certain disease or not.
Alright, so I don't think they should be allowed to because they said it's only linked to the APOE gene. It's not necessarily that it causes it, so they can't really tell.
Oh, okay. My great-grandma actually has Alzheimer's, and she doesn't really remember anything except for stuff way in the past, like her childhood and her kids and stuff.
And my grandma, she has Alzheimer's, and she doesn't remember where she lives. She always wants to go home even though she's at her house, and she likes to carry around things like a hair dryer. I have no idea why. And she has this one, it's like nighttime Alzheimer's, that's what they call it. And it's worse at night rather than during the day and stuff.
Okay, I have a couple questions real quick.
Okay.
So, you guys talked about how people can be carriers for Alzheimer's, but you also said it was autosomal dominant. Can you explain?
Okay.
Anyone can answer.
Alright, okay. So Landon got confused. You can't be a carrier if it's dominant because they weren't carriers, they just had it. They didn't. And then they were heterozygous for it.
Okay, but affected.
Yeah, affected.
Can you go to your pedigree?
Yeah.
Was your pedigree like from a site about Alzheimer's, or was it just like a random
was.
pedigree that you grabbed? Okay, so if it's dominant,